Okay, I want to end by just sharing with you another little personal story. So, I told you the story of how we got started homeschooling, and through our homeschooling journey, our oldest daughter, she was about in the third grade, and she was reading well, but I wanted her to love to read as much as I love to read, and I just think reading is so important, and she just didn't have that love for reading, and it made me real sad. And I had a hard time getting her to read. Like, I make my kids read books for a certain amount of time every day. I think it's so important, and she just wasn't wanting to do that. And so we just kept walking that as gently and as encouraging as I could. And so but it was discouraging to me. I just felt like I know I questioned myself over and over, like if I should send her to school, would that help with the things that she was struggling with? And I do that with all of my kids. If they're struggling with something, I question myself. Am I letting them down? Am I failing them? But that's not the truth. You are the best parent for your kids. God gave you your kids to you because he knew that you would be the best in teaching them. And so our family, our life has not been perfect. Our family's not been perfect. We've messed up, we've failed, and we have definitely had to go to the Lord more times than I want to admit, asking for repentance in that. But I want to tell you, through all of that questioning, my daughter grew up. She graduated from high school homeschooling, and the Lord encouraged her to go to Africa. It was something that she was excited about, and I could share a whole long story in that, how the Lord was just orchestrating that all from when she was a little girl. But I'll cut it short as I can. And when she graduated, she was definitely felt that the Lord was leading her to go to Africa. And so a door opened for her to be able to go there, and her job would be to homeschool a missionary's families. And so she was going to be the teacher and homeschool this family's kids while she lived there. And so I just love that. I love that God wrote that story for her and for us, because it confirmed to me that it wasn't just me wanting to homeschool, or me like making that up. Like, it was the Lord orchestrating homeschooling from the very beginning, because if we wouldn't have done that, she would not have gone to Africa to homeschool these missionary kids. And she came back after almost a year of being there, and she has since then gotten married to the sweetest man, someone that goes above and beyond what I prayed for her to marry. We just love Brendan so much. I'm just so thankful that God gave him to us as our son, and he has definitely exceeded what we prayed for in him. But she's in Africa now, living with her husband. They after they married, they moved to Africa just this year, and they're living there as missionaries. And she is again teaching the same kids that she originally went there to teach. But in all of that too, she wrote a book. And she wrote this book before she actually was married, but she just recently had it published after she was married. She wrote a book for little girls, and she's in the process of writing another book for little boys, and she'll have it printed and published and printed this year as well. But I just love this too, that I had a hard time getting my little girl to read, and now she is the author of a book sharing God's love with little girls and little boys about how much he loves them. And so I'm just so thankful for that. I'm just so thankful for the Lord showing that. And He is continuing in my other children to show me the reason that He's asked us to do these things. And He doesn't always give us the reasons, He doesn't always show us. But we can trust Him. That's the bottom line, is we can always trust Him that He is good and faithful. His plans always are way better than anything that we could plan on our own. And if we can boldly and courageously walk in obedience to that, He will be with us every step of the way. That's one of our favorite verses in our home, Joshua 1:9. Be bold and courageous. Do not fear, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. So trust Him to be with you on this homeschooling journey, if that's what He's called you to do. And trust Him that He is going to bring good things from this. Thank you for your time.